Court of the 15th Judicial Circuit, Criminal Division, in and for Palm Beach County, Florida. Case number 21 CF 002938 A and B, Division W, State of Florida versus Travis Rudolph. Defendant. Verdict. We, the jury, find as follows. As to count 1, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 2, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 3, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 4, we find the defendant not guilty. So say we all, the 7th day of June, 2023, in West Palm Beach County. Court of the 15th.
What it do? It's your man, Mr. O, with the info, giving you what you need to know. But you ain't here for me, though. Live and full in effect, coming straight and direct. Now, let me tell you about a news story that's been happening down in Florida. Ex-NFL player Travis Randolph was found not guilty of murder charges. Now, normally, this would be big news, right? Right? Yeah, sure, if you're white media. But why isn't it black media talking about it? It's like they don't want to report on a black man getting off the hook for something. Let me tell you something, folks. This case was a classic example of a rushed investigation. Randolph was accused of shooting his girlfriend's brother on some send-off shit. You know, a lot of black men met their demise, as far as I could have been around and walking on this planet, on what a woman says. Not even just, saying the typical B-dub, but we also got to go ahead and go back in the days when even some Caucasian women would lie about black men doing some things that they never even did, aka Emmett Till. But we have a problem in our so-called community. And like I said, Randolph was accused of shooting his girlfriend's brother. But the evidence just wasn't there. Witnesses were unreliable. Forensic evidence was lacking. And the prosecution just couldn't make a solid case. Led by your so-called counterpart, the B-Dub. And yet the media will have you believe that he's guilty as sin. Now, I'm not saying that Randolph is a saint. He's had his fair share of run-ins with the law, but he deserves justice just like anyone else. And that's why it's so important that we as the people hold our media accountable. We can't let them shape the narrative to fit their own agenda. And speaking of agendas, let me just say this. Black men can't be strong without resorting to thug behavior and culture. It's time we start celebrating our successes instead of glorify our struggles. And that means holding ourselves accountable for our actions. We can't blame the system for everything. Sometimes we just need to take responsibility and make better choices. So, in conclusion, let's give credit where credit is due. Travis Randolph was found not guilty, and that's a victory for justice. And let's start focusing on the positive aspects of Black culture instead of perpetuating negative stereotypes. Again, it's your man, Mr. O, with the info, giving you what you need to know. But you ain't here for me though. And this has been a burnt notice.